The first pro with this 2025 Audi Q7, it's going to be just how quiet and comfortable this SUV is. We have here the top prestige model, but even if you go with the Premium Plus with the executive package, you will be getting the double pane glass on the sides, and you get pretty much no wind noise or tire noise with this product. Even out on the highway, this SUV is really refined. Plus, as this SUV rolls down the road, it truly has this substantial tank-like quality to it. So I appreciate the character and the demeanor that Audi has engineered into the new Q7. And I would say that same high-quality bank vault-like feel transfers over to the interior space as well. When you open and close the doors, I mean, this and the Porsche doors, genuinely some of the heaviest doors out there. The cabin is solid, no squeaks or rattles going on here. I like the ergonomics. It's easy to get in and out of this SUV. The technology works great. That's simple to use. Seats are comfortable. And regarding the HVAC, Audi has been doing this for a while, but we have here the separate screen for the climate control. I like the way it works. It is intuitive, but for reliability purposes, I would like to see physical buttons and switches for the HVAC, but overall, Audi's implementation is really good here. I like how you have to actually press in on some of these buttons, and the touchscreen provides you with a tactile feedback. Now, I would say that the drivetrain in this SUV, it would be a pro and a con, and that's because we do have here the 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine with the 8-speed Tiptronic transmission. Everything is smooth. I like the sound that this engine makes. However, it doesn't quite have that rapid response that something like a BMW X7 would have with their inline-6 and with their 8-speed ZF transmission. So although that's kind of a con, it's when you look at the overall demeanor of this SUV and what it's trying to achieve. It's trying to go for that tranquil, serene quality during your everyday drive. And for that, this drivetrain does suit the character. But if you want that quick, snappy response, this engine and transmission, it's not really going to deliver on that regard, even if you put this SUV into its sport mode. That's another thing I want to mention. You know, the various drive modes here surprisingly doesn't make a big difference, even though we have the adaptive air suspension, which I love. That's also contributing to the excellent ride quality here, even though we have the 21-inch wheels. It would be nice if that dynamic mode would offer you a bit of a snappier reaction, both in the handling and with the drivetrain. But again, not a big deal. I would say another big pro regarding the way this SUV drives is the way it isolates you from the lean in the corners and also the G-forces from hard braking. I mean, when you take your everyday left-hand, right-hand turns, you can tell that the SUV is leaning, but you, the driver and the occupants, you don't really feel that. You remain upright and neutral, and also under hard braking, you don't feel that G-force taking place. So that's a really impressive quality. I love it when vehicles are able to achieve that. But back to the interior space, another con that I've noticed is with the overall space. I mean, regarding the storage, the center armrest is kind of on the small side. Same thing with the door pockets. Plus, the third row seats in this, it's pretty useless. I mean, I'm 5'11". Typically, I am able to fit in the third row of things like the BMW X7, the Mercedes GLS. I am not able to fit in the third row of this Q7 at all. I mean, even after moving the second row seats forward a bit, I still can't fit in the third row. So, I mean, even for children, it's going to be tight, if not impossible. That being said, the first and the second row seats, I mean, they offer a lavish amount of space, no doubt. But this is where my final pro is going to come into play. The price and the value of this SUV far transcends the X7 and the GLS Benz. Because this third row isn't quite as practical, you can simply fold down the third row seats and enjoy a rather large trunk area, so that is great. And when you go for something like a Premium Plus Q7 with the V6 engine and with the executive package, you're getting pretty much all of the important features as well as the refinement, and you're going to be at about $75,000 at that point. That is really good. I mean, that even undercuts things like the BMW X5 actually, especially if you compare with a well-equipped X5. And that's what I'm saying. The value here is certainly a pro, and you can even save an additional $5,000 approximately if you go with the 4-cylinder. And the V6 does 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. The 4-cylinder, 6.7 seconds. I would still recommend going with the V6 because I like the noise. I like how effortless this feels. It's still dusting traffic, no doubt, when you get on that throttle. And it's a silky smooth engine. Plus, it's when you get that V6 engine, that's when you unlock the rather high towing capacity of the Q7. You know, when you get the V6 or when you go with the SQ7 Audi, these SUVs can tow about 7,700 pounds. The 4-cylinder, it can only tow about 4,400 pounds. So yeah, overall, I would consider this 2025 Audi Q7 to be a winner amongst the luxury SUVs. Since you made it to the end of this video, if you want to save on new vehicles like this Audi Q7, make sure to check out AutoCompanion.com. And I also have a free leasing calculator by AutoCompanion linked in the description box as well. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.